Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news for the week ending the 16th of May 2021. Fleet Week is almost here, and from the Star Citizen newsletter, coming this Friday we have the arrival of the Naval Fleet to Stanton for Invictus Launch Week. Join us in New Babbage, Microtech for what promises to be our biggest in-game event yet. You'll get up close and personal with the greatest military ships and vehicles in the verse, take a walking tour of the mighty Javelin destroyer, and see the Bengal carrier in all its glory as it proudly patrols the system. Explore the Tobin Center on the 21st of May, peruse our selection of military and combat-focused ships, and then get behind the stick and take to the skies in an epic free fly starting the next day. You can even keep the adventure going thanks to special discounted starter packs brimming with Invictus goodies. With this in mind, there are even more Fleet Week tests being performed over this weekend on the 3.13.1 Open PTU, so anyone can try that as long as they've got a Star Citizen game package. They are testing out the Javelin Tour and the Fleet flybys with the Bengal and the Expo Halls and the Hercules Starlifters, and when appropriate, the Tumbrel Nova tank. And what do I mean by that? Well, on the PTU we've seen the 3.13.1 F and G patches recently, and let me give you a couple of highlights. For Fleet Week, trade commodity demands at shops in Area 18 and New Babbage will increase, causing commodity prices to increase on the new demands. So there's been a bit of a economy rebalance, and hauling is a lot more viable. Cloud Imperium are going to be looking at feedback on that currently. There was some unintended problems with it that they've apparently hotfixed, so I think that cargo should be in a very good place for 3.13.1. Let's wait and see. The Hercules C2 saw a little buff for its standard cargo units from 696 to 708. Don't want to be griefed? Well, armistice violation changes have been made, so they're a bit more aggressive and a bit harsher, so you sort of don't get a warning if you're ramming people or shooting people in the armistice zone or whatever. It's just sort of like, right, you're getting punished. Assumedly that's to make it much harder to grief and mess around with new players in those areas. You don't want it to be sort of like a PvP massacre in those areas when during Fleet Week. Yeah, makes sense. However, the Nova tank is currently disabled for spawn in this build, which isn't ideal. It was causing some server and client issues. There's been a lot of optimizations and bug fixes too, though, and that's good because 3.13.1 needs to be in a good place for Fleet Week, and they're going to be solving problems like getting the Nova tank actually in-game and it not causing problems. So let's summarize the videos and posts from Cloud Imperium during the week as well. Inside Star Citizen looked at capacitor gameplay that's going to massively affect ship combat and power choices in-game. So systems, they'll have capacitors. Bam, you can use a sort of like a burst of energy, which you will then need to recharge later. Lasers will be hugely changed by this because you'll need to sort of charge them up before firing them again. You're not going to be able to spam fire them constantly. The capacitors are going to run dry. We also learned about the operator modes for ship functions. So they're sort of separating out more and more ship functions into their own individual modes. This is great for multi-crew. So you can have a single crewman doing scanning or mining or missiles, and they showed off the new missile operator mode, allowing you to target and fire missiles with a new or updated UI. In a single seater craft, you'll be able to toggle between conventional weapons or missiles. You're not going to be able to use them simultaneously, and missiles have been updated to a new IFCS 2 system. This should have them behaving significantly better in-game. Star Citizen Live was a game dev special with Jay Lee, concept artist supreme, concepting some Invictus-themed UEE uniforms. We had a Reputation AMA, Ask Me Anything, with the devs really deep diving into the future of the mechanic and general progression in the game. It's going to tie missions together. You'll be able to advance in ranks by doing sort of a reputation building with orgs and certain mission sort of sets, and this will gain you access to new gear and potentially ships and skins and better missions and perks. Factions might help or attack you on sight based on your rep with them. Your in-game actions will constantly affect your reputation, and it's going to be a challenge to get to the top rep with an org and maintain it, because it's going to degrade over time. Now, there's going to be UI tracking sort of apps on the Mobiglass. We've got one already, but they'll be updating that further. And there's going to be titles and lots of stuff going on with that. Very exciting. The sneak peek this week appears to be the currently in progress colonial outposts with an airlock here. So in the not too distant future, you'll be able to visit these locations, and there'll be hubs of activity for missions and seeing NPCs there and trade and all that sort of jazz. Boom! That's it! Fleet Week is close. Remember that Free Fly starts on the 22nd, but Fleet Week starts on the 21st, so it's worth checking out Star Citizen for free when the free flight starts, if you don't have the game yet. And if you want to try out the Hercules and the tank and any of the other combat ships that are going to be at the Expo Hall, then make sure you jump in and have a bit of a play. Go to that Tobin Convention Centre at New Babbage, and if you want to buy any ships during that time, they should be available on the RSO website. It is a giant sales event. Do you think Cloud Imperium are going to be ready for the Fleet Week onslaught, though? Will all the servers implode? Have you been playing 3.13.1 on the Open PTU? What's your experience with it? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Oh, what's this? I just found all your search history online. You filthy boy, buying spaceships and going on Ship Hub. Zin, show a picture of a sexy ship or something. You should have used NordVPN. It's a VPN, obviously, and it has my seal of approval because I shill for them. Use the links below to get a discount and help protect your data, identity, privacy, and to help with online accessibility. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For May, it's for a Crusader Hercules Starlifter. It's a big boy cargo and ground vehicle transport ship that you can expect to be added to the game by the end of the month. Just comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. Thank you so much to my channel members who have pressed the join button below my videos and my Patreons as well. Going the extra mile really, really helps the channel. Say thanks for helping the channel, Zin.
Thanks for helping the channel, Zin.
Consider becoming a channel member or Patreon as well, and maybe you'll get some poorly photoshopped naughty spaceship shots. Ooh, saucy. Thanks for watching and all your support.